Trump reacts to Biden sending cluster munitions to Ukraine. Quote, he should be trying to end the war, end quote. Joe Biden should not be dragging us further toward World War III by sending cluster munitions to Ukraine. He should be trying to end the war and stop the horrific death and destruction being caused by an incompetent administration. These unexploded cluster munitions will be killing and maiming innocent Ukrainian men, women, and children for decades to come, long after the war, we pray, has ended. If, as Biden inadvertently admitted, the reason for sending cluster bombs now is that the United States is running out of ammunition, quote-unquote, which is a great breach of classified information, that only further emphasizes the urgency of immediately de-escalating this bloody, dangerous, and out-of-control conflict. It certainly means we should not be sending Ukraine our last stockpiles at a time when our own arsenals, according to crooked Joe Biden, are so perilously diminished. There could be no more vivid proof that Joe Biden's policy of endless war in Ukraine has tremendously weakened the United States, that the humiliating admission that the USA is now out of ammo, something our enemies are undoubtedly salivating over. This quote-unquote admitted weakness is an invitation to enemies all over the world. Joe Biden is needlessly and dangerously leading us into World War III, which would be a nightmare beyond imagination. Obliteration. We must stop this insanity immediately, end the bloodshed in Ukraine, and return to focus on America's vital interests. Most importantly, we must completely rebuild our depleted military so it is once again so strong, like it was just 3 years ago when I rebuilt it, that no nation would even think of threatening our people. We must have peace through strength, and in a short time, the presidential election of 2024 will produce that result. This is the first president since 1977 to not start a war. He is a man of peace. His name is Donald J. Trump. I am begging you to please look at both sides of the argument. Look at the evidence in front of you. We're talking about your life, liberal, Democrat, Republican, Independent, Green Party, Workers' Party, Socialist Party, non-affiliated. Whatever your political preference is. We're talking about you too. Because while you're here in the United States of America, and you vote and you protest and you act out against society, you try to change the meaning of words and laws, or you disregard them, none of that shit's gonna matter when someone pushes that button. Because when one pushes that button, everyone else, no matter what side they're on, if they have nukes, the second that one person, the first guy, pushes that button, everyone else is going to push. And you can say goodbye to life itself of the planet. Not an animal, not a plant, not a person will survive. Not all will die right away. Most of them will die from the after effects of a nuclear winter. Lack of food, lack of power, clean water, You need to think about this. I'm not interested in punishment right now. I'm interested in results. We need to not have this as the final result. Do you understand? Because if you want to live, you want your children, your family, your friends, your cause to live. Well, part of some of those causes have gotten us here. We need to step back and just realize we are not gods. And neither are the ones in government who have the power to push the button. They don't get to make the decision when our lives end. Not without us saying something about it. So here I am saying something about it. It's not going to matter who in the hell you voted for, or who you want to vote for, or who you think should be president, or never be president again. At that point, nothing fucking matters. So pay attention, get honest with yourself. Make the right decision. Like I said, it's not about the blame right now. It will come later. But we have to stop dead in our tracks, because this is where it could be headed. This is the closest in my 52 years alive on this planet that we have ever faced this. I've gone through World Trade and 9/11. I've gone through 3 Mile Island. I've gone through the Iranian hostage crisis. I've gone through Vietnam. I've gone through the first impeachment of a president, and then another president being impeached, not once but twice. I was born in 1971. I've already suffered 3 strokes, so believe you me, I think about dying. When, how, where, what will my life be like? Will it be long term? Will it be quick? What is my family going to do? You need to think about that too, and smarten your asses up.